Okay, guys, so welcome to my a new video. This one is also going to be about swimming, but it's not going to be about technique or any of that stuff. Instead, I'm going to go into some numerical analysis of CCS nationals qualification times. Yes. So, first of all, if you don't know what CCS swimming is, it's college club swimming. The idea of college club swimming is that so if you're a swimmer, if you're any kind of athlete, you know there's NCAAs. NCAAs is kind of like very competitive. People are elitists. Some of these NCAA athletes are going to be like Olympians or something like that. Like they're all cracked. They're going to be like some a percentage of them can be like pros, you know, and there's like D1, D2, D3. But let's be honest, D1, even D3 is pretty damn fast. Like like I know in swimming, you still oftentimes still need like sectionals cuts for them to like really want you, you could say. Yeah, I know you could maybe get on with slower, but like I feel like sectionals is still kind of like a minimum. But sectional times are pretty damn hard. I can show you the times right now. And I'm gonna go to Carlsbad because I'm a California person. But here are the sectionals times. They they are pretty damn fast. Like for guys, you have to go basically 22:19 for 50 free, like a 48 low on 100 free, and then yeah, that's pretty damn fast to say the least. And a lot of us probably won't get to that level. If you're a sectionals qualifier, you're probably going to make like finals at your section. So then there's this. So then some people who want to, and not to mention like just how fast. Even if you make it on, it's a lot of time commitment. And if you're doing a major like CS or like electrical engineering, you're probably not going to have much time left for swimming because yeah, you're going to miss class, and missing class is not good. So what happened was that some people, I think from like Georgia Tech, it started in Georgia Tech. People there wanted to make a club swim team, which allows people to still compete. Yet there's not much time commitment. There's no time commitment necessary. You just show up when you want to, and then they still have meets. They still do a lot of stuff, but you don't have like the heavy commitment that an NCAA being an NCAA athlete entails. So yeah, high schoolers there. If you think you're not going to swim after high school, think again. You're going to miss out a lot if you don't join college club swimming. Membership fees are still very low, and you'll meet a lot of great friends, have fun, and perhaps even still be able to drop time because you'll be surprised at how fast you'll be able to go. But now that we're done with the introduction, let's actually go over to CCS national cuts, and I have them right here. So I looked at 2022, 2024, and 2025. It happened. There was still nationals in 2019 and before, but CCS was really new back then, and then there was COVID, so I just scratched off anything before 2022. 2022 was kind of like the big reintroduction, I guess, for college club swimming. And then there's 2024. 2024 was like the most recent one, and then there's 2025 national cuts. They're not available, but I just took a screenshot of the cuts today, and I have them right down here below. So let's do a little walkthrough. Yeah, hopefully you don't get bored, but we're gonna go take a walk through the events. So as you can see, there's 50s of stroke. There's a 1 IM. There's no 1,000 because the 1,000 is just based on whether you qualify for the 5 free. And honestly, I don't feel like people give enough fucks about the 1,000 to care about it. So yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. So let's start with the freestyle events. The 50 free already starts pretty damn fast. Relative to the other cuts, as you can see, the 50 free is probably the fastest one. And what I mean by a fast cut is like I look at cuts like senior zones and like 50 free, like in 2022, this is like senior zones cuts, but everything else here is nowhere near what senior zone cuts. And that's likely due to the fact that, we don't have much time, but a lot of guys especially are hella strong, and they can whip out a pretty damn good 50 free. So 50 free is a really competitive event, I'll say. And you can kind of see that just with how fast the cuts are from 23.29. That was already fast, and now it's already at like a 22.59. Holy crap, that is fast. And then there's a one free. The one free cut is, I'll say, a little less competitive. Maybe 2024 is not a good example, but it went from a cut which this is something I could probably do, to like some cut that's pretty damn far off for me. Two free, you start off at a manageable 155. Okay, so the two free cut, as you can see, is much easier than the one free cut, because the two free cut here should be like, would normally be like a 154, but or 153, but it's a 155 high. And now it's like it's dropped a lot from 2024, but it's still a 40, but it's still relatively easy compared to the one free cut, because it should be like a 149. And then the 500 free cut is interesting. I don't think people care enough about 5 free, but we're just going to look at it anyways. It's been, so 2022 was this time. 23 and 24 were about the same. And then it just took a huge drop. Maybe there was a huge demand of 5 frees, or they're trying to limit it, because I don't think an audience is particularly interested in a 5 free, I guess, maybe. No offense to distance swimmers. They work hard, but yeah. So that's it for freestyle. Let's go on to the backstroke events. So the backstroke, the 50 backstroke, I guess you could say, has gone quite a bit faster. Started at a pretty chill 28.39. I myself could probably make this cut if we're being honest, but then it dropped a lot down to 27.29, and now it's like a 26 high. 26 high is pretty fast, I'll say, for a 50 backstroke. And joining in 2022 versus now could make a pretty big difference on whether you're going to qualify or not, especially if you're right on the board. And the 100 back, it started at like a 60.29 over a minute. This is a cut that I myself could do as someone who doesn't really swim backstroke. But look at, as you can see, it's also dropped a huge amount. Now it's a 57, which is pretty fast. And then two back started off really, really easy, but then it got like a lot faster recently, down to all the way down to a 206.29. If I'm being right. Wait, I want to confirm just to make sure. Yeah, it's a 206, because wait. So you're saying the two backstroke cut is faster than a two fly? Okay, never mind. But now we get to the part that's really shocking, and that is the breaststroke. As you can see, the breaststroke has probably gotten significantly faster, dropping more than 2 seconds. The cut has been lowered by more than 2 seconds. Almost 2 seconds since 2022. And that is because there's a huge breaststroke population, I feel like. Compared to like back and even fly, breaststroke is probably like hella popular, because if you're a breaststroker, you're going to be swimming breaststroke like forever. If you're not a breaststroker, well, you're swimming something else. I don't know. And then the 100 breaststroke started at a really easy 67.29. But as you can see, it's gone down to a 64.19 last year, and now it's a 62 high. 62 high. That is like more than 4 seconds of a drop for the 100 breaststroke. Huge. Like literally, I know a bunch of people, I feel like there's a bunch of people who are probably in like the 65 or 66 range, and now they're seeing this cut, and it's like, yeah, quite a big drop. Now we go to a two breast. Surprisingly, the two breast has also dropped a lot, and I guess apparently breaststrokers can really like swimming two breast. Well, yeah, you can see that. You can see what's happened, especially just this past year. It went from like a 224.09 to a 219. Neil, I wish you luck in making that cut. You got this, but it's gone quite a bit faster. And then we get to my part, fly and the IM. So I'm a butterflyer, and this is what I care about most. Fortunately, the cut hasn't dropped too much, I'll say. 25.49 to still a 25.09. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Not that much of a drop. And then, but recently there's been quite a big drop from 25.09, 24.69. It sucks for me, but I think this is still kind of doable. I'm like zero point 0.3 from it because I have a time of a 25 flat, just so you know. One fly. Started at a 57 high, 56 low last year, and 54.89. This is a 3-second drop, which funny enough coincides with me being like I was like right around 2022. I was like right under this, and now I'm right under this time. So that's interesting. And then two fly. This is also another thing I'm looking out for because I might swim two fly this year. I If it was 2022, I definitely make it. 2024, this is right off my time of 207.91. I'm I have improved somewhat in a two fly. I mean, in a one fly. So I'm hoping that can somewhat affect my two fly, which is a second faster than my current time. Hopefully, I can also get this cut. It'd be nice to be able to swim more events at nationals. Yeah. And then we move on finally to the IM. The 100 IM, as you can see, is hella competitive, starting at like 60.29, dropped 2 seconds to last year, and now it's a shocking 56.29, 4 second drop. Like, bruh, I feel like maybe it's the culprit you could say is breast. No, not trying to blame breaststrokers, but yeah, quite a big drop as you can see. And then so given this what I'm seeing here, I may actually have to settle for this cut, which is a 207.99. I mean, my idea is that even though I have a 213, I can improve the middle half. Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't talk about myself too much, but this is a time I used to qualify for, but it's dropped to a 209.99. I could probably still have made the 2024 cut, but yeah, now it's getting kind of fast. And then 4IM, I don't know who's gonna look at the 4IM. It started at 447 right off my time, and now it's like a 436 high. So huge drop, but I guess you could still maybe say the 4IM cut. No, okay, never mind. It looks about the same. So what does this mean for CCS nationals specifically? Well, one thing you could say is times have gone a lot faster, and that's for like all the events, particularly breaststroke and freestyle. Surprisingly, butterfly has not been as competitive as the other strokes. Feel like it's probably dropped the least in terms of queue times. So that's I guess good for me as someone who swims butterfly. But the main thing is I'm someone who's right on a border of these cuts. Like if you didn't like I probably told you, but I'll tell you again. My cut for 50 fly is a 25. 100 fly I have a 54.8, and 2 fly I have a 207.91. So that's something that so I'm like right off except for the one fly, but as you can see, I feel like I might have a chance at these three events. And I used to be someone who was always going for these for 50 and one free, but given how competitive these events are, and the fact that I'm going to be swimming this anyways on a relay, I'm going for the 100 for the I might even go for a 2 IM cut, which is going to suck when if 2 IMs right after 50 fly. But training can probably help me with that. You don't complain, and a 207.99. I will say I have a 213 now, but my idea is that I can still hit it if I do something like this. If I do something like this, I could probably hit this 2 IM cut with these kinds of splits. So yeah. Well, I guess that's it on my talk for CCS Nationals. I know I'm talking a lot about numbers and numbers and numbers, but and a final interlude is final thing to say I will say is I've been is I might not go even if I qualify for less than 4 events because I'm taking a trip. I might be missing a day of school when I got like an ML class and when I got like three big classes to take. I don't think missing more than 1 day of school is good for me. So what this means for me personally is if I don't get at least 4 cuts, I might not even end up going just because it's not worth. In my opinion, it's just not exactly worth swimming less than that if you're gonna pay all the money to go like thousand to go for a flight and that stuff. Plus like the time. So yeah, I know CCS NAT cuts are hard, unfortunately, but this is what happened. This is kind of like I'll say a byproduct of like the expansion, and I wouldn't be surprised if such cuts went to like, you know, sectional level or even faster because it's just expanding, which is good on one hand, but on the other hand, it makes like cuts harder because there's more and more fast swimmers. Perhaps they might even make like a level below nationals. Just saying, we'll see. But thanks for watching. Know this was a little long. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and see you next time. I will do an analysis for the women's cut times, but I'm just doing the guys because that's more relevant for me. But if you want, I can do an analysis for the women's times as well. Anyways, see ya next time for my analysis on the women's cut.